More of that from her, catching around that 15-foot area.
Clark connects! The first logo bomb of the season from Caitlin Clark.
58, more than a score, it was a statement. The Indiana Fever didn't just beat the Chicago Sky, they owned the court. Caitlin Clark led the charge with a jaw-dropping performance, while Aliyah Boston's 5 towering blocks brought the heat on defense. But this wasn't just another game for Clark. It was arguably one of the most complete and dominant outings of her career. The triple-double. Impressive. But it was everything else she did, the vision, the hustle, the leadership, that turned this game into a defining moment. Let's dive into why this might be the turning point of her entire season.
Brilliantly. Started slow a little bit, but picked it up and looked phenomenal. 4 for 4 from the free throw line, took care of the line, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 20 points.
Caitlin Clark put up 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, notching yet another triple-double. But what made this one different? Efficiency. She shot 6 of 13 from the field and a blistering 4 of 8 from beyond the arc, a clean 50% from 3. At the line, ice cold, 4 for 4. This wasn't just a well-rounded game, it was precise. Every shot was intentional, every pass deliberate, every rebound timely. Clark didn't just fill the stat sheet. She orchestrated the game from start.
MVP! 4 blocks, 2 steals. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm getting real crazy in this one, man. Caitlin Clark with the phenomenal performance, bro. Oh my goodness.
Here's what makes this performance truly stand out. The pressure was immense before the game even began. The buzz surrounding Caitlin. Clark and Angel Reese hasn't died down since their legendary college battles. The comparisons, the rivalry, the endless debate over who's the best, it was all building toward this moment. And if you think Clark tuned it out, think again. Chicago's defense had one goal, shut her down, but she rose above it all. She didn't just show up, she took over. This game was her response to every critic, every headline, every doubt. Clark didn't just play, she made a statement.
And of course, the other big one is Caitlin Clark got another triple-double, and it is so wild.
Take a closer look at the triple-double. The 20 points were impressive, no doubt, but it was Clark's playmaking that truly set the tone. Her passing didn't just spark the Fever's offense, it unlocked it. She wasn't just finding open teammates, she was handing them uncontested buckets on a silver platter. Think about it. 10 assists translate to at least 20 points she directly created, and that's just the baseline. This game wasn't about individual stats, it was about elevating the entire squad. Her court vision, absolutely elite. Every time she zipped a pass through the defense, it was like watching a grandmaster at work, reading the floor like a chessboard and always two steps.
Now, one thing about Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark, they were both showing the defense, man.
Then there was her work on the glass. Clark didn't just grab 10 rebounds, she made them count. Each one was purposeful. Defensive boards instantly turned into transition opportunities. There she pushed the pace and ignited fast breaks like a seasoned floor general. The Chicago Sky couldn't keep up with the tempo she set. These weren't just rebounds, they were momentum shifters, and Clark used every one of them to bend the game.
She showed a lot of variety. She wasn't just looking for the three. She was driving, she was attempting middies, she was getting to the basket. She had, of course, Lexi Hull energy. When she came in the second quarter, I believe, she kind of changed things around a bit because, again, the team seemed out of rhythm. They seemed a little flat, and Lexi Hull was like, no, we're not having this. 9 rebounds, folks. Lexi Hull had 9 rebounds. Do you understand? Boston had 13, and then the guards, Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hull, I know she kind of plays that stretch 3, but she's a guard, right? She's 6'1". 10 rebounds, Lexi Hull, 9 rebounds, had a couple of steals as well, plus 23. Team was 35 for 75, 46.7%, and they shot 21 threes. Not great from there, 7 of 21, but we're going to blame that a little bit on Lexi Hull since she was 0 for 4. Hopefully I can show this.
Don't overlook her defense. Clark wasn't just making noise on offense, she was a disruptive force on the other end too. 4 blocks, 2 steals. She jumped passing lanes, contested shots, and made sure the Sky never found a rhythm. That defensive edge fueled her overall dominance. This wasn't just a scoring display. It was complete control. Clark didn't step on the court just to put up numbers. She came to dictate the game. And honestly, that's
double, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Shot 6 of 13 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, perfect from the line, 4 of 4. Oh, by the way, 2 steals, and oh, by the way, 4 block shots, which lead the team because Aliyah Boston at 5. And by the way,
the second half, that was all Caitlin. Clark, this stretch didn't just shift momentum, it slammed the door shut on Chicago. The Fever outscored the Sky 48-26, and Clark was the engine behind every bit of it. Every time Chicago tried to adjust, she had an answer. A deep three, a laser pass, breaking down the defense and forcing collapse after collapse. She didn't just take over. She left no doubt about the outcome, and then came the flagrant foul. Clark took a hard hit. Tensions spiked, and just like that, the rivalry with Angel Reese reignited. Emotions boiled over, and the moment only amplified an already electric performance. It wasn't just a game. It was
Boston looking good after the slump of the 0-3 start. Looking phenomenal, man. Love what she was doing out there. Showing everybody, hey, do not trade me. Don't say another thing about trading me, or this is going.
Her back instantly, Aliyah Boston. The moment things got heated, she stepped right in, shutting it down and sending a clear message to Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark isn't standing alone. Words were exchanged, but Boston never flinched, fiercely protecting her teammate. Her presence spoke volumes. You're not getting past Caitlin without going through me first. It was a defining moment, not just for Clark, but for the Fever. As a unit, this team isn't just built on talent, it's built on trust, unity, and fire. And game by game, that fire is over.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Really putting effort out there. 6-12, 0 for 1 for 3, 3 for 8 from the free throw. Get that free throw together.
So when you look back at Clark's performance, it's clear this was about more than just numbers. It was a statement to anyone still labeling her just a scorer. If you doubt her ability to dominate on both ends of the court, this game is your proof. She played with confidence, swagger, and a relentless determination that says one thing loud and clear. She's a
company. But I like how she was hustling for the second chance buckets. Second chance Lexi Hall. Love it. 9 rebounds, 9 points, 2 steals, giving me defense, giving me second chance buckets, second chances. I like it. Hustling for the 50-50. Get a little bit more confident when you get that ball.
It wasn't just Clark carrying the load. The Fever's lockdown defense created the space she needed to dominate. And that defense deserves major credit. Aliyah Boston, Natasha Howard, and the entire squad turned the Chicago Sky into mere spectators. Let's break it down. Their defensive effort was relentless. The Fever tallied 13 steals, controlled the boards, and forced turnover after turnover. This was a total team effort, with everyone stepping up, holding an opponent to just 58 points isn't luck. It's pure execution and focus. The Sky looked completely out of sync, struggling to find clean looks or build any momentum. Even Angel Reese, Chicago's leading scorer, was held to just 12 points on 5 for 14 shooting. For a player of her caliber, that says everything about the suffocating pressure she faced. Reese never found her rhythm and was visibly frustrated by the constant resistance.
But late in that game, they finally got her into third place all-time, the third all-time leading scorer in the WNBA. Really happy for her that she was able to do it now instead of, say, the end of last season. Now, where she gets to the Indiana Fever and she gets to do it in a home game, and she got herself a standing ovation from a sold-out crowd of a gazillion people.